I see also what you can do is you can open certain, let's say, programs with your nice and beautiful laptop to see exactly what kind of files are uploading online. And what you can do is you write the number down in your note system, and then go and check the note systems of your voice. I mean, check the note systems of your voice memos, and you can get around that nice and beautiful loading system, because sometimes it may, let's say, load too long for yourself. So what you do is load a nice and beautiful bucket load of something that's actually long for you, but make sure you understand that sometimes the actual content of what you want in life is to just look greater. I mean, go and really understand that if you want to shave somewhere down there in a way of shaving your pubic hair or something like that, then make sure you understand it. You have to be more professional always to look greater upon what you want out of life. But then you can also be somebody who's doing an audio program while understanding that you can do whatever you want, and understand that as you do your audio program, you can also do whatever you want in that audio program as you're doing other aspects of life. So just understand that no matter what, that you can do that, and you can understand that either way, you're learning very quickly upon understanding that if you bring toilet paper with you anywhere, then you can always blow your nose, for example, at any time. So that way you'll always understand that I use toilet paper as my something that I sneeze on. I mean, do you see that? I mean, that's all toilet paper there. So I have toilet paper, and I never use napkins. I use toilet paper to blow my nose. I mean, and that's why I get the toilet rolls. And there's much more. I realize there's much more paper in the toilet roll than the napkin. Actually, that's why I'm very successful, because I focus on delivering words, and as I deliver words, I go and do whatever it takes to go and just look cleaner all the time in different ways, and making sure all the time to just keep on enjoying myself. So as I go and grow myself in different ways, I make sure I have a nice and beautiful carpet around my nice and beautiful tiles over here. So I'm understanding that no matter what, I want to be able to go and just dwell upon something that you must understand, that you must never be shaming yourself around. I mean, never be shaming yourself around anything. But what you do is focus upon understanding. It's more about talking words. So understand that when Jesus is talking around an audio program, Jesus Christ is only ever talking words to you while he's speaking to you. I mean, he's just the type of individual who speaks words to you, and that's it. What else can Jesus be doing when he's speaking your words, in terms of when he's speaking words around a program? All that Jesus Christ does around audio programs is he speaks programs, and he may watch. I mean, does he watch Netflix while he's doing audio programs? You can actually do some Netflix while he's actually talking to you. I mean, can he watch any kind of images while he's talking to you? You can, but what kind of what kind of aspects of life does Jesus Christ do with an audio program? I mean, Jesus Christ says that he can do anything with images and also anything with words. And now, does Jesus Christ shower and talk to you? Jesus Christ says that is something where he can do it, but he chooses never to do it. And I realize, why is that? I mean, why is that? Because I understand Jesus Christ says that it's much more personal when he's in the shower. I mean, that's the way it is. I'm not saying that he also, in terms of when he's grooming, does Jesus Christ do audio programs while he's grooming himself? Now Jesus Christ says, Jesus Christ says no. He never does it. I mean, so it's much more how he feels that he needs to be private about life here. And he feels that he wants to enjoy his life here. So I understand either way. I'm enjoying my life I'm enjoying my life while I speak words, doing everything. I mean that's the way I am. But I'm understanding that Jesus Christ says here, it's just enjoy your life. I mean, choose what you want to do. I mean, in a sense, so the only aspects of life where Jesus Christ is doing is watching images and also just speaking audio programs. And that's it. Approximately now, does Jesus Christ eat and drink and talk to you? Jesus Christ says no. Jesus Christ says that he just eats while he eats, and he just does all that. He never does pleasure. He never does pleasure while he's talking to you. In a sense, so that's the thing. So if you understand, no matter what, that what you need to do is understand that kind of role play, because that role play is different. It's a different set of habits. So you have to discipline yourself to live like Jesus Christ more. But it's all different. I realize it's just that kind of regard. I mean, I realize if you feel like showering and giving people your content while you're in the shower, then go ahead. I do that. I do that. I mean, Jesus Christ says that it's nothing bad, but it's more how I feel, where I need to go and do a shower, and I have to be having a shower while I'm talking to you. I mean, understand, but that's how I feel. I feel I'll have to be planning my life. I mean, understand, and that's why I'm understanding that no matter what, I'm different. I feel I have no shame. I have no shame, but that's the way it is. I mean, understand. So no matter what, I realize every single time that you have to understand. Does Jesus Christ show his penis in an image somewhere? Approach now, does Jesus Christ do that? Approach now, Jesus Christ says, Approach Jesus Christ says no. Approach now, it's more how Jesus Christ says that he can. Approach, although he never needs to, but it's much more how you feel about life. I mean, promote yourself, but does it mean that you love yourself fully? Approach, yeah. Approach, you never have to promote every single part of your body if you never want to. I mean, understand, but it's much more if you expose your body fully in terms of if you start showing your dick to everybody, or your penis or your vagina to everybody. I mean, is there shame there? Approach you never has to be shame. But it's just the way it is. Approach either way. Approach, there's only one of you, isn't there? I mean, that's it. So what you need to do is realize Jesus Christ just promotes his face and promotes his clothes and promotes himself, but he just goes to that point. I understand, and that's the point, yeah. So make sure you understand that he promotes skin color. I promise you, promotes his skin. I understand, and promise you, that's it. I understand. That's how you have to understand. So what you do is go and grow yourself a greater way of understanding what you need out of life is a greater way of discipline to understand that you need to go and dwell upon what you believe, but go and follow Jesus Christ as much as you can. Roshi, it's much more like that. So what I do now is I go and create content, and I understand Jesus Christ does in fact do audio programs while he's actually doing music production. Roshi, I have to do that. Roshi, it's much more like Jesus Christ does that too. And I'm understanding that no matter what, that as Jesus Christ walks somewhere, I realize that Jesus Christ go walking somewhere and talking to the audio program. Roshi, now Jesus Christ says, Roshi, yep, Roshi does. Roshi has to walk around. And in the bus, he sits down in the bus also and talks to everybody in terms of audios. Roshi, that's something new. Roshi, it's much more how it is. I understand. So just be walking around life talking to an audio program always. I mean, I have to do some video programs as well. I love mine. Roshi, the only time Jesus Christ does video programs is when he's alone and in front of people. Roshi, that's it. I mean, in a sense, so make sure you understand that's the best time. But what I do simply is I make sure I just look more successful. So I just go and do what I need to do. I'm making sure anyway that I want to get ahead of the game. I want to be able to promote more words every single day while I'm having to do whatever I need to do to succeed. I'm different. I'm making sure that no matter what, I'm always following Jesus Christ. I'm making sure I'm following the Ten Commandments. I mean, is it following the Ten Commandments if you, let's say, are doing pleasure in terms of eating and masturbating and having sex with other people while doing a video or recording yourself doing it and recording words to it and recording words while you're doing audio programs while having sex with others or having sex with yourself or doing anything around cutting your hair anywhere around your body while you're doing audio programs or while you're actually doing anything around life. I mean, is it following the Ten Commandments, Roshi? Yeah. Roshi, you're still following the Ten Commandments of God. I mean, it's all different, yeah? But Jesus Christ is just different. I understand? I mean, every single day just focus upon understanding that you have to experiment and just be following the Ten Commandments of everything that you are. And that way, you're enjoying yourself and you're making sure that you're looking great for yourself and you're just looking for ways to look clean and you're doing greater for your life and you're making sure always that you want to feel great. So you feel great for yourself and make sure you have no shame, but you're doing life always differently and you're just enjoying your life. I mean, in a sense, so the whole point is that you're understanding straight away that what you want to do is you want to understand straight away about how it feels to promote yourself. So as you promote yourself, then you have to go and grow yourself in different ways. And as you grow in different ways and you're looking for nice and beautiful behavior of being able to enjoy yourself, I realize now as you enjoy yourself, just make sure that you're never afraid of anything, but you're learning quickly upon making sure that you're just loving your life in different ways is what I'm talking about. I mean, if you can love your life differently always, you deserve success always. I mean, the whole point of success is to derive from a nice and beautiful way of life where you can go and grow yourself in different ways. So if you're doing that all the time, then you're making sure always to just focus on yourself and focus on promoting yourself regardless of what's happening around the world. Because that's how you actually succeed. I mean, you succeed through different areas of whatever you're doing every single day to just focus on being cleaner about yourself. So if you're cleaner and every single day you're loving your life and you're trying something new for yourself and you're focusing on making sure that no matter what you're doing, that you're loving your life in the nice and beautiful aspects of life, then you're making sure always to go and deliver whatever it is you're doing every single day. I mean, every single day, I'm always looking to improve myself and what I'm doing around the world with different arts of courage and making sure all the time I'm looking for the best kind of ways of doing the dealings of life in different ways. So making sure that no matter what, that I have to go and promote myself all the time in different ways to look clean and to make sure that I'm looking nice and healthy always. So that way I'm looking to understand straight away exactly how I feel about life. So how I feel about life is how I feel about you and how I feel about myself as well. So it's much more how I feel about myself daily. So how I feel about myself is I focus upon understanding that I want to always be looking clean. So as I look clean, I go and deliver content, and I make sure always to be able to just persuade myself to look greater in all formats. So I'm understanding that no matter what I do, is I'm just funny. I'm very funny upon how I actually live life. So I'm actually understanding that you have to always be careful about sharp objects around you. So just make sure that you are giving everything to everything. And make sure you're never preventing anybody from success today, because that's how you succeed. And I mean, you succeed differently, and you're making sure that no matter what, that you're learning. I mean, you're learning how to actually be more about life. I mean, you understand? I mean, Jesus Christ never goes to do laser treatment, for example. I mean, Jesus Christ loves having hair on his body. I mean, you understand? I mean, I love having hair on my body, but I love also having no hair on my body. I understand? I mean, it's just different, yeah? So it's just different persuasions and different techniques. I promise you, it's more how Jesus Christ also never has sex with other people, for example. I mean, you understand? So other people are having sex with other people, for example. So it's all different preferences. But then understand anyway that what you need to do is you need to understand that Jesus Christ is setting an example here to show, hey, I understand no matter what that the sex is never the way of life. I mean, what's the way of life is talking words to people. And if you can talk words to people, then you can understand how to be greatness. Then you can understand straight away how to do a greater life for yourself in different ways. And you're making sure that you're just doing greater for your life to do something that's helping you grow. Because if you're really, really professional about life, then people see that. I mean, people see how professional you are about what you do. So there's no lies. I mean, people can actually see how much effort you put into whatever you're doing. I mean, in a sense, so if you put in more effort, then people can see just that. So make sure you understand that people are never that stupid to believe you and your lies. I mean, in a sense, so never express anything other than the truth every single day. So make sure that no matter what, that you're learning quickly upon how life is with yourself to deliver something that's nice and beautiful for yourself. So if you're understanding something about life, then go and really, really dwell upon making sure that you're just successful in a way of making sure that you're loving your life in different ways. So that way you guys understand straight away how I feel upon life. So every single day I'm understanding that no matter what, that I'm just always delivering better content. Because what is better content in life? I mean, better content in life is making sure that you can go and dwell upon something that's actually working for your life. And you're making sure that no matter what, that you're always developing yourself in different ways. Because if you're developing yourself and other people, then you deserve all the success in the world daily to go and really explain yourself to other people and how you actually live in life. But if you have shame about life, then make sure you never have shame when people expose you and they say, hey, this is what he was doing or this is what she was doing around their life. Because just own it and say, yeah, I mean, that's exactly how I was. I mean, I'm following the 10 Commandments of God. I mean, if they're following the 10 Commandments of God, then focus upon understanding. It's more about how you guys have to just dwell upon understanding that you need to go and look greater. I mean, as you look greater, then you feel greater, and you're making sure always that you're learning very quickly upon how it is to just dwell upon something that's actually helping you grow. But if you're judging people upon what they're doing, then just be honest with yourself. I mean, is it really what they're doing, or are you just guessing? I mean, did you see them do it? I mean, did they say that they are doing that? I mean, the sense of what's important for yourself is understanding that if you want to go and dwell upon something that's helping you grow today, then the best way is forward. I mean, the best way is moving forward for yourself today. Because if you're moving forward at least, then you deserve success all the time. I mean, you're always focusing on just making sure that you have a greater life for yourself. So if you can have a greater life for yourself today, then that's the whole point, yeah? I mean, the whole point is making sure that you can have something that's worth in your life to never regret. I mean, never regret life for anything. I mean, making sure that you have more than enough of everything to succeed. And how do you do that? I mean, you're making sure that you're living life and you're looking clean all the time. And you're making sure that you're always dwelling upon life in a different way. So as you succeed, you're looking for different ways of persuasion and different ways of doing art forms and different ways of helping yourself to love life differently, because that's the way it is. I mean, the best way of courage is understanding that you want to go and really dwell upon making sure that you're nice and sweet with yourself to succeed is what it's all about. So if you understand how to succeed daily, and if you understand how to just look clean for yourself, regardless of what's happening, well, then you understand straight away to have success with your life and making sure that no matter what, that you're just always dwelling upon having the best kind of individuality that you can, because that's the kind of aspect of life you need today, which is individuality, which is being original with yourself. So if you can be original with yourself, and you can grow and everything can happen for you in different ways, where you can persuade yourself to love life, and you can go and be never difficult, but you're understanding straight away how to live life, and you're understanding how you can go and grow yourself and different people all the time, then understand anyway that what's important is making sure that you're learning quickly upon understanding what is happening around you all the time. So as you're actually helping people to succeed, you just go and do what you need to do to succeed daily, while also looking cleaner. I'm pretty sure that's the whole point, yeah? I mean, the whole point is never have shame about anything. So that way you're understanding straight away that if you want to go and do up whatever it is about you, and you want to do up your hair, or you want to go and clean yourself up in some kind of shape or form, then guess what? I promise you, there's no shame in that. I mean, there's no shame looking greater upon what you want out of life. I mean, if you want to craft yourself to have no hair on your body, then go ahead. I mean, make sure you understand that it's more about how you feel. I mean, is it following the 10 Commandments of God if you remove all your hair from yourself? You're still following the 10 Commandments of God. But make sure you understand that Jesus Christ just never goes shaving other than being able to shave his facial hair or something like that. And now, does Jesus Christ shave his facial hair? Actually, Jesus Christ says, no. Actually, Jesus Christ never needs to shave his facial hair. I mean, you understand? So that's how it is. So make sure you understand that you have to understand that if he wants to, actually he can. I mean, in a sense, so that's the thing, yeah? So make sure you understand that what's in it for you to succeed is to deliver content that's actually working for you. And that way you're always dwelling upon making sure that you're learning. I mean, you must be learning about your nice and beautiful content. So as you learn content, you succeed, and you're learning greatly upon what's happening around the world. And that's it. I promise you, the whole point is just look greater and greater and greater. And then focus upon understanding that no matter what you're doing in daily life, that you're focusing on your life, you're focusing on your life always. to be the best kind of individuality of your life every single day, to love your life differently, and you're just making sure that you're nice and beautiful every single day to love your life, because that's the whole point. I'm always making sure that you guys understand that when I go and grow myself every single time, I'm learning how to go and discipline myself much more in front of people. And I'm learning how to go and reply when I need to with people. I'm making sure anyway that what's important for myself is to grow differently and to grow fast and effectively. So I'm making sure anyway that what I need to do always is look the best I can and feel the best I can. And as long as I can speak more words, I realize it's much more than muscle. I promise you that people go too much into muscle today and they speak less words. But more words, the better. I promise you, the more words you have in life, the richer you are. I promise you. And that's it. I promise you, everything else is coming sweetly. And it's like me creating 1,000 hours of music and you are yet to start. I mean, of course, I'm richer than you in music. I've done 1,000 hours of music production in terms of music, and you can hear it. And you're yet to start. I mean, of course, I'm richer than you. I'm richer than you in music. I've done already 800 hours and more of communicational work. I'm already richer than you because you are yet to start. And guess what, bro? Anyway, you must understand that I'm always starting much better, but make sure always that you guys have already done everything that you can. But make sure you understand that what you need to do is do more work, regardless of where I am. I mean, regardless of how far ahead of life I am than you, then you still must start, and you still must grow content. And you still must go and really, really explain yourself upon what you're actually doing always. So just go and really, really understand the word I is everything. I understand? So always focus upon understanding that if you want to go and deliver content, then deliver content that's actually helping you. And go and send people links, and go and send people some nice and beautiful music that you made. And that way you're enjoying yourself quickly upon what you need to do. So every single time you're always learning the nice and beautiful art of making sure that you have beautiful ways of explaining something, and that way you're enjoying yourself. I mean, you're enjoying yourself in a way that you're learning. I say anyway, guys, that what's important is making sure that you're just funnier and funnier and funnier throughout life, so that you can grow yourself all the time in different ways, so you can understand how funny people can be when they actually are doing their nice and beautiful life to go and grow themselves in different ways. So what you need to really, really understand every single day is learn how to go and just really, really enjoy yourself in different ways, so you can grow yourself in other type of instruments that you have all the time. So as you grow yourself, you shall succeed, because you deserve to be this nice and beautiful person always. So if other people are inviting you somewhere, then just understand straight away that you can always choose yourself over those people. I mean, you never have to go with them. I mean, just because they want to see you, I mean, just make sure you understand that you have so much time on your hands. If they want to come and see you, then make sure they understand something about your life, and just understand that it's more about you being able to promote yourself more than them. I mean, make sure you understand that you never give your time to other people if you need it for yourself, and that's it. Firstly, what you need to do all the time is focus upon understanding that if you are delivering content in ways that you're growing, and you're making sure that you can grow yourself and other people along the way, then you're just making sure that no matter what's happening around the world, that you're focusing upon something that's helping you grow, and that's it. The whole point is making sure that you can love your life. I just say to this guy, I sent you my music. Whereas now, because I understand no matter what that I'm learning and growing very fast, I'm making sure that I have something to do this weekend. I have something much more than this guy over here. So I'm understanding that no matter what, that it's much more how I feel. And because I understand how they just want to waste time, I never need to be around those people who waste time. I mean, in a sense, so what I do is I just reject them. I reject them. I just say, hey, I have so much to do this weekend, man. I have so much to do. And because I understand anyway that what's important for myself over here is to just focus upon giving. I have to be giving something. I have to be showing something. Whereas now, always just be able to go and send your content to your family members and just show them and say, hey, this is my music and this is what I am doing around my life. So making sure I'm always promoting myself always to be able to enjoy my life and what I have. And that way I'm always delivering content and I'm always different, and I'm making sure I'm always copying and pasting nice and beautiful material, and I'm making sure that no matter what, that I'm learning very quickly upon how I'm really successful, and I'm making sure that no matter what, that I have more than enough upon success about life, and I'm always making sure I have more about whatever it is, because that way I succeed very quickly upon what I need to do to make sure that I have a greater life, and that way I do greater. I do greater upon what it is about my life. So I'm actually always stunning upon talking to myself more than other people, because I never need them. I never need them in my life. So what I do is I send people contents while I'm actually talking to you, and that way I'm never wasting time because I'm talking to you anyway. So what I do all the time is I make sure I can go and do some Netflix now as well. So what I do is always focus upon helping myself to succeed in different ways. And as I help myself, I do a greater job. I do a greater job upon the nice and beautiful aspects of life, where I can focus upon helping myself to succeed in different ways. And as I succeed in different ways, I'm showing people my content, and I'm showing how nice and beautiful I am in terms of my life. And as I really focus upon something that's helping me grow, I focus upon understanding how I just deliver quickly. I love ice so much that I understand that no matter what, that I grow myself into the best kind of individuality all the time. And because I actually do that, I'm actually always studying upon the art of making sure that my life is nice and beautiful in different ways, and that way I grow myself much better, because I deserve a greater life, so why not? I'm making sure anyway that since I'm actually always learning quickly upon my life, I'm making sure that no matter what, that I can always send people my nice and beautiful content. And I'm making sure anyway that what's important for myself over here is just to send people some nice and beautiful content about me, because that way they go and really listen to what I have in terms of what I have in store for them. And I'm making sure anyway that I'm learning very quickly upon how people are and what people are in terms of life, and I'm just studying upon actually just listening to content where I can go and dwell upon something that's helping me move forward. Or else as I move forward, I go and deliver contents about life in different ways, and I just involve people in my life. I show them my content. I say, hey, Rashi, this is my music. Rashi, this is what you guys need to listen to over here. And that way you're just delivering. And as you deliver, you shall succeed, and you shall understand straight away you have more than enough content to be able to show people every single day. And why do you care so much? I promise you, if you never care, then guess what? I promise you must go and do a greater job anyway. So make sure that no matter what, that you're just learning quickly upon what you need to do to succeed, and that way you're always learning. But since you're always sending content to people, I promise you they're much more less likely to come. And why is that? I promise you're actually more likely to come and see you if you're actually promoting yourself more around those people. I mean, why is that? I promise you it's more how I understand that no matter what, that if you have somebody always promoting themselves to you, and they're showing you their content, and they're inviting you to their events as well, or it's more like how funny it is. And the funniest thing about it is how excellent you look. I mean, you look excellent when somebody's inviting you to their nice and beautiful content over here, and they're charging you $200 per event or $200 per ticket, and they're sending you content all the time. I mean, you're looking excellent. I mean, in a sense, so all you need to do is just keep going. I mean, every single day, just focus upon being more than enough about life, so that you can go and prosper all the time, to listen to whatever it is that you're succeeding with, because that way you're focusing upon something that's helping you grow. And what you do is you love your life so much that you're listening to your life in ways that you're succeeding, and you're making sure that I love everything, and every single day you're learning very quickly upon what it is about life that makes you tick in a way that you're learning and growing. So as I go and send my content to people, I'm never wasting time, because I'm actually doing audio programs. And as I do audio programs, I just go and deliver content in a way that's all helping me move forward. And as I move forward, I shall succeed in different ways. And I really understand that other people understand straight away how I make music and how I really dwell upon life. And that way I'm enjoying my life. I'm enjoying something that is nice and beautiful upon what I do. And what I do is I succeed differently. I make sure all the time I have a nice and beautiful way of life to go and dwell upon something that actually helps me grow. So I'm always understanding that no matter what, that yes, I understand that this weekend I have so much to do, and that way I just tell this guy over here, who is John Wiseman, I just let him understand that I have so much to do over here, but I understand that anyway I have no time to see him at the moment. I have so much time for myself only, because that's it. Whereas anyway, I'm trying to get this guy to come to my birthday to give me 200 bucks. So anyway, I realized that every single day that when I go and dwell upon making sure that I'm very successful, I'm making sure I'm very much more alive about what I'm doing. So as I really dwell upon making sure that my life is more successful, I'm understanding that no matter what, that people can always check out what I'm doing around life, and I'm making sure that I'm always much more successful than other people in terms of life and in terms of what I'm doing. So as I really succeed differently, I'm making sure anyway that I just go and grow myself in different ways to show certain people certain products about life, and I'm making sure always to just deliver my content, and that way when I deliver my content I just move on quickly upon life, and I make sure I'm very successful upon what I do, and that way I'm always delivering something that helps me grow. And as I deliver content that helps me grow, I'm always loving I this way, and I'm making sure that no matter what, I always have more in regards to everybody, and I'm making sure every single day of my life I'm successful in different regards, so that way I look very excellent, and that way I'm always focusing on something that's helping me grow, because that's all you have to do, guys. I mean, you just have to make sure that you're looking for a way to help yourself, and that's all you do. I mean, all you have to do is understand that no matter what, that you're learning much more quicker upon how it is to actually study life in different ways, and you're learning much more about how it is to just grow yourself very quickly. And that's what you have to do, guys. I mean, just be able to promote yourself very quickly. So when you're actually promoting yourself quickly, then understand that you're always on top of other people in terms of what's happening, and that way you're much greater upon life, and you're making sure that always that you're looking for a way to help yourself move forward in different ways, and you're just enjoying yourself along the way to help yourself to promote yourself is the whole reason of life. And you're making sure that no matter what, that you're learning much more about how to go and grow yourself is the whole point. So as you grow yourself, and then you're always promoting yourself in terms of what you have in life, then that's the whole point of you just being able to be somebody who's alive in a way that you're growing, and that way you're always looking for the best way of persuasion in what you're doing, so that way you're always learning very quickly upon what you need to do daily to succeed. And that way you always understand that yes, you can always send people English and Serbian or any kind of message possible that you want, and that way you're learning very quickly upon how to succeed upon what you're doing. So that way you're always doing more content about life. I'm always understanding now how I study upon what I need to do, and I'm making sure that I really understand something about life. I understand that other people are saying how bad my music is. Whereas now what I do is understand that if they say anything about that, then just move on and just realize to give them a thumbs up, and that way you're always understanding straight away how they are just calling themselves very bad about life. I mean, just understand every single time that you give people the thumbs up, and as you give people the thumbs up, you're much more learning about life, and you're learning about how other people never care to even see your messages. And because they never care to see your messages, they are saying anyway that you just deserve better. I mean, in a sense, so it's just how you feel. So the thing about life over here is I'm understanding that no matter what, that I'm always sending content to people, but they just never ever want to see it. So I'm understanding that no matter what, I'm never wasting time. I'm making sure that my time over here is nice and beautiful in different ways. And because I'm nice and beautiful in different ways, I'm understanding that no matter what, I always have this nice and beautiful way of love for somebody, but they just never ever care to even speak to me. So what I do is I remove them from my life as well, because they are somebody who removes me from their life. So I just do that the same. I do the same thing as they do to me. So how they treat me is how they treat them. I mean, and that's how I understand that no matter what, if you block me for life, I block you as well. Roshu, that's it. Roshu, you never have to talk to me. I never have to talk to you anymore. I mean, if you never want to talk to me, I never talk to you again. I treat you how you treat me. I mean, and that's how it is. I promise you that when I'm really persuading myself to grow daily, I'm making sure I have more than enough of everything to succeed daily in terms of what I'm doing. So I'm understanding that no matter what I do, daily. I'm making sure I always have more success about my life, always to be able to just love my life in different ways is what it's all about. And as I really dwell upon something that helps me to succeed, I'm understanding that no matter what, that those people who block me online, I also block them very quickly. And that's it. I never need those people who block me in life. I mean, in a sense, so no matter what, I realize all the time, I just focus upon, I focus upon lifting my life in successful mannerisms to make sure that I'm doing better than other people. And as I do better than other people, I'm focusing on understanding that it's much more how I feel. But how I feel is making sure that I'm delivering content. And as I deliver content, I'm using what I have to succeed with. I'm making sure that there is always somebody around that's actually wanting to be around me. So I'm understanding that I see my ex-girlfriend over here. I understand that she is really, let's say, somebody who I can send some content to, but or else that I feel that no matter what, I never need her in my life. I never need her in my life. So what I do is I just move on. I send it to the people. I send my content to people who actually open up my messages and stuff like that. And that way I'm learning very quickly upon how I just go and really dwell upon giving those people content because they deserve it. And I'm learning very quickly upon what I need to do to have a greater life. So as I have a greater life, I just do something to help myself to succeed, because that way I succeed in different ways and make sure that I'm always more successful is what I mean. So every single day I'm looking for a better way of loving myself in different ways to show myself support is what it's all about. So I'm understanding that no matter what I do daily is I'm always looking for a better way to succeed. So as I succeed, I'm understanding that I always have more in my love for I. So I'm understanding every single day to just go and deliver something that's new, totally, in terms of something I've never done. And that way I'm always learning very quickly upon what I need to do daily to succeed, and I'm always understanding that. So what I do always, I go the new way of life and I go somewhere new. So I understand that no matter what, I see a lot of people appreciate me in terms of my music and how I'm actually making music today. So I'm understanding that no matter what, it's more how I feel, that I do have fans and I do have people who admire what I do. So I just move on. And as I focus upon understanding of my life over here, I'm focusing on just delivering content very quickly upon life in ways that help me to grow. And I'm making sure anyway that I focus upon delivery, and as I deliver, I inspire people, and I inspire myself the most to go and do Netflix now, and that's it. I promise you, I just feel I understand straight away how I feel about life. So as I actually go and grow myself differently, I'm actually just listening to content in a way that's helping me move forward. So the whole point is understand yourself and understand that no matter what, that you have to go and really dwell to see exactly who you're sending content to as well. And that way, I'm pretty sure that way you're enjoying yourself. I mean, you're enjoying yourself and other people in terms of how everything's happening for you. And understand Milosavljevic is a Serbian name, so I'm understanding anyway that I go and grow myself. And I'm just going to upload content now. I upload content and I just enjoy myself in different ways. And I make sure that no matter what, I have more than enough to succeed with, and I'm making sure ways to grow myself and other people in the planet to make sure I'm delivering content very quickly. But as I deliver content, I'm using what I have in terms of life differently to make sure that I'm learning how to grow, and as I grow, I find ways to deliver content in different ways, and I focus upon understanding that I have to go and do far more greater work in the planet to be able to succeed. And as I succeed, I focus on just relaxing for a bit because I understand how much intensity I was in creating music. And music is something that gives me so much intense tension of never worries. I never get worries from it, but I'm understanding it's much more how I feel. It gives me so much aliveness. But I'm understanding now that since I was so much into it, I want to let it be for now, for a bit, so I can go and do some other aspects of life. And that's how I actually grow. I grow through different ways. I grow through making sure that I can go and grow myself. And as I grow myself differently, I'm making sure that I have more than enough to deliver. And as I deliver content, I go and make sure that I'm lifting myself into fruition about life, so people can actually listen to my content, and people can listen to exactly how I feel about life and how I do my life differently. So as I do my life differently, I'm making sure that no matter what, I have more than enough about life to succeed. I have more than enough nice and beautiful fame, and I understand that way I'm learning very quickly upon just doing greater. I have to understand that no matter what, that yes, I feel rejection from other people in terms of words, but it's more how they never give themselves those words. And now I understand they do, or they do give those, approach they do some kind of words, but never other words like I do. I mean, in a sense, so what I do is I understand I'm just much more of a blessing in life because I have more. I have more happening in my life, and that way I understand that no matter what, that I just focus upon lifting myself to greater status all the time. I focus upon understanding that when I deliver content in different ways, I'm making sure that no matter what, that I focus upon getting people into the journey of life. But I'm hearing good stories about my music over here. I'm understanding that people enjoy my music and how I orchestrate everything. So that way I'm understanding no matter what, that I have people in my life that are fans of me because my music is growing and my music is something that's in development. And it's something I'm really, really fond of because I feel that other people enjoy my music. I want to go and also show Sunset Brothers as well how my music is. So they deserve to see my music. And I focus on just showing them my quick playlist over here because I understand they are somebody who need to see it. So I understand anyway that what I do is I go into my nice and beautiful playlist over here. I make sure that they can see my 1 hour sets, and I make sure that no matter what, that I can go and just share this around. I make sure that every single time I'm just focusing on that nice and beautiful way of life. So as I actually listen to my nice and beautiful music differently, I'm making sure that there's so much more to do and so much more to say every single day to focus upon your life in different ways. So I'm making sure that I always go and do what I need to do, I realize, to be able to enjoy my life. So I focus upon helping myself to succeed. So if somebody blocks me, then I make sure I just move on. I make sure that I go and grab my spotlight every single day, and that way I'm learning very quickly upon what's going on about my life in different ways and how I'm actually promoting myself. I realize now anyway, I realize that when I'm really, really doing something to succeed, I lower the volume of other people's playlists and I go and see what they're doing. I go and entertain myself. I need to have some entertainment as well to just be able to enjoy myself. And as I do that, I go and do entertainment in a way that I'm growing myself in ways that I'm learning quickly about life and I'm seeing what other people are saying about me and I'm looking to see exactly what's happening. So what I need to do is just grow and love my life. So I'm always understanding every single day to focus upon that nice and beautiful way of gist where I'm understanding how to grow myself. And as I grow myself, I succeed differently. I make sure that I focus upon loving life. But as I love life, I make sure I just say, I thank you. I just say I thank you because somebody over here did send me a message concerning how they can see my message over here. So what I do is I do something different over here. I'm understanding that this woman over here in life, I understand that she's saying thanks for the nice and beautiful message over here. So I'm understanding either way that what I do is I just go and reflect upon making sure that my success is happening much greater. And as I have greater success, I make sure that I show some of my mentors my music as well. So I just go and send them my music. I mean, why not? I mean, they deserve to see some music. So why not? Yeah. I mean, do you want me to send you some music today? Roger, of course you do. I mean, everybody wants my music. I mean, in a sense, so what I do is I just go and just send them my music, and so that they can hear it. I send Brian Tracy my music. I send Les Brown my music as well. I send Brian Rose my music. I send Dean Graziosi my music. And then I also just write them a message saying, hey, I sent you my music. And that way I realize that no matter what, that I just go and grow myself regardless of what I'm doing, and I'm making sure always to just deliver content. And as I deliver content, so I'm making sure that I go and really, really study upon my art of saying something that's really working for me in different ways. And as I really open my words daily, I'm understanding that the clipboard over here, I mean the clipboard in Samsung in terms of life, where you have to click it and you have to be able to click it always to be able to paste that content with that clipboard. So with clipboard over here, I have to press it again and again to go back into clipboard to actually send the same message over again. So now I'm understanding anyway, and I'm learning very quickly upon what's going on there. I'm making sure quickly to just understand to go and do some Netflix as well. But what I want to do is also upload content along the way. And I'm making sure anyway that I can use my laptop to be able to go into my nice and beautiful technology to see exactly how much hours or how much minutes I've been uploading over here to be able to be successful more, while also writing it down to be able to go into my voice memos and be able to recollect all these numbers to see exactly which content to upload and delete. I'm making sure I move on, because how do I feel about sending content to people? I feel great. I feel great. I feel these people have been in my life. So I make sure anyway, I'm going to do some Netflix. I'm going to make sure no matter what that I deserve to just be in freedom for a bit and just enjoy myself and just go and do something different for myself so that I can grow and so I can do something greater for myself in a way that I'm learning how to succeed. I'm learning how to persuade myself to do greater. So I'm watching The Good Doctor over here. Apparently it's in the top 10 over here of Australia. So I make sure I just go and watch The Good Doctor, and it's 3 seasons. And I want to see anyway, I may have to go next to my biological dad's house over there. So what I do is I just go and understand quickly how I can do that. I'm understanding that I have free Wi-Fi over here. So I just use the free Wi-Fi. And that way I understand that no matter what, I'm learning very quickly that it's much better for me to do so. And that way I understand that no matter what, I want to actually go over there in the room where it's much closer to my internet, because of my biological dad's internet. And that way I just go and perform to see exactly how fast the internet is. But since I understand that, I realize I can go and get my camping chair. I can place it right next to the heater over here. So I want to see exactly how fast this internet over here is. I'm understanding that it has to be quickly done in a way that it's much better for me to realize something over here. If I place my nice and beautiful internet on, then I get to sit over there where my nice and beautiful content is. So I'm understanding that anyway. I should see fast connection over here straight away. And I want to see over here how it's actually working. So as I go on Netflix over here, I'm actually always understanding anyway that I need to be delivering content quickly. And as I deliver content quickly, it's much more how I feel, that I just go and dwell upon making sure I'm very successful. So as I'm very successful, I'm focusing on just watching more images so I can deliver content. So any kind of content that I can deliver is something that's for free. So for free it is. So I'm understanding that since I'm always for free, I'm making sure I turn on the actual heater over here. I turn on the actual heater. I just relax. I close the doors over here. I bring my camping chair. I bring a camping chair. I turn off the lights. I'll go and do some Netflix, man, because that's how I feel. I feel that I need to go and do some content today. I have to go and do some voicing, just voicing my products, and to be able to show myself in a way that I'm learning and growing quickly to be successful, and I just enjoy. And now, as I do Netflix, I never eat and drink as I do Netflix, but I can go and drink something and pause Netflix, for example, to just eat and drink. But then I never ever eat and drink while I'm watching Netflix. I mean, why? Because I do image work with voicing around my words with you, and I actually just go and grow myself this way while sitting next to the heater or fireplace over here. And I just go and have a camping chair. I sit down and I relax, and I just ask people to come to my birthday. I realize my birthday is $200 per ticket, and that's it. Actually, now since I'm understanding that no matter what, I'll learn very quickly upon just being able to dwell upon my life in a way that that it's helping me move forward. I have to be helping myself move forward daily. I have to be making sure that my nice and beautiful content is uploading daily into the online fashion of whatever it is. So I succeed. Unfortunately, as I succeed, I do something different that I've never done before. Unfortunately, that's the whole point, yeah? First, the whole point is making sure that you're lifting yourself in the kind regard to make sure that you have more than enough of what you need daily to succeed. is all you need to do daily. And just focus upon yourself to grow yourself is what we're talking about. I mean, there's nothing else to do other than growing yourself differently and making sure that you have a nice and beautiful program that's happening every single day of your life, and you're making sure that you're showing all the contents and you're increasing the brightness of the video as well so you can watch it. And all I do with Netflix is I just watch the images over here, and it's like my movie session, but I'm understanding anyway. I give money to have Netflix, so that's why I'm always promoting myself. I'm always promoting myself in regards to what's happening around the world. So that way I'm understanding that no matter what, that as I do greater, I focus on a greater way for myself in different ways to grow. And I understand either way, I want to be able to go and just deliver content regardless. So that way I focus upon just being able to deliver the best kind of individuality that I can to succeed in different ways is all I do. So I'm making sure I'm increasing the images in my life. I'm just watching more images and more images because that way I can see more happening in the world. And as I see more, I realize that Nice and Beautiful image is a large image in my folder over here because I can see exactly what's going on. And as I go and do greater in life, I focus upon different strategies for success. And then I understand either way that what I want to do is grow myself in the best kind of ways. So I focus upon understanding that I want to just be able to grow myself the best way I can every single day is the whole point of my life. I mean, always make sure that no matter what, that I'm learning very quickly upon becoming much more. And as I really, really do life greater, I want to be able to give people all the content and all the nice and beautiful ways of life that I receive so I can go and do new content and so I can go and do new ways of whatever it is that helps me to succeed daily. And then I understand that no matter what, I learn very quickly that other people enjoy my music and they can see that I'm somebody around the field of whatever I do. So I'm making sure that no matter what I do, that I focus upon loving a better way, in a way that I'm loving you, in a way that I'm learning, that I'm giving you knowledge about the world around me. So I'm understanding that as I grow, I succeed in different ways. I'm making sure that I'm very successful. And because I'm very successful, I'm focused upon understanding to just be able to lift myself and other people in regards to whatever it is. And I make sure I'm very successful upon my life differently. And I make sure that no matter what, that after my Netflix, I can go and eat and drink and also entertain myself again and again. And that way I'm understanding anyway. I always try to never scratch myself. I try to never scratch myself because I understand that scratching yourself can cause a rash. But if you're scratching too much, then it means that you can have a shower as well. And you can go have a shower. But for myself, I have a shower already. But I have this habit of sometimes scratching myself. I mean, in a sense, so what I do is I try to catch myself out. And I try to never scratch myself. So make sure that no matter what, that you understand straight away. That no matter what, that you just go and focus upon understanding your life in the best kind of regard possible. Where you can go and grow yourself and other people instead. And then that way you're learning quickly upon understanding how you're giving words of encouragement, and that way you're learning very quickly upon what you need to do to enjoy yourself. And as you grow yourself differently, you're just enjoying different aspects of life quickly, and you're just enjoying yourself to make sure that you have more than enough to succeed with. But I'm showing you over here that I understand that most people can actually see, and everybody can see how successful I am, because it's more how I feel, and how I feel is that my success is how I make it. Unfortunately, because I understand my life much greater, I understand straight away how I feel upon life. So I'm looking always to understand straight away how I can go and dwell upon my life in different ways. So that's why I'm always delivering content in the best kind of regards. So I'm understanding that no matter what I want to do, is different aspects of life. So as I go and show people my content on Love I promise you it's always that kind of nice and beautiful way. I see Avicii saying excellent. I'm making sure that no matter what, I see images of people straight away, and it's more how their spirit is with me. And I'm understanding that no matter what, I see Ziz as well. I see other people where I'm actually growing with. And I'm making sure that no matter what, I'm learning very quickly upon just having a nice and beautiful nature of tone with me always, so I can go and grow myself in different ways. I'm learning quickly upon how it is to just relax for a bit and just enjoy the status of whatever it is in terms of people and just watch them and be able to do my audio programs while I'm watching them. And that way I'm enjoying my life fully. I'm living life to the fullest. I never have to work a 9 to 5 job in my life. Because I understand that before they were saying how people have to work a 9 to 5 job, because I never want to work a 9 to 5 job. But then I see other people saying how other people never have to work a day in their life. I mean, they're saying, but guess what, Proshi? That's because they are minding other people's businesses. And just mind your own business instead. Because you guys have to work all the time. Yeah, I mean, you have to always be working to do something for yourself. Because that's all you do. I mean, all you do is having a greater life for yourself in different ways. But these people from the past over here that I grew up with, I promise you, everybody's leaving them. I mean, everybody's leaving them eventually. I promise you, they may be together for the next 10 years here and there, but I promise you, in 5 years from now, I promise you, half the crowd they hang around with only. And then in 5 years after that, I promise you, then half the crowd from that they hang around with. And then after 20 years, I promise you, half the crowd. I promise you, it's always halving and halving and halving, and eventually all they find themselves with is their family, and that's it. For sure, nobody else is around those people. I mean, in a sense, so to have a high status while you understand that you have a great family with yourself and with Jesus Christ, and you understand to do Jesus Christ work around the planet, and you can go around the world quicker while they have to watch you, it's the best thing. The best thing happens when you're successful and you're doing content to help people and you're successful upon what you're doing, and then you're understanding straight away upon how you can actually grow yourself in different ways, and you're actually understanding that no matter what, that you can grow everybody, because you can produce content and you can produce whatever it is about life, and you're actually understanding always about how you're actually getting more popular because you have what you need to succeed, and that way you're much more persuading yourself to just live a greater lifestyle for yourself, and you're just making sure you're warming up, and then you're making sure anyway that you're going to do greater and greater and greater. And so I'm not saying that my nice and beautiful content over here has to upload. I'm making sure always that as I upload content, I make sure that no matter what, that my nice and beautiful life is getting ahead of me. So as I do my life greater, I'm not saying that this brightness of the screen is nice and beautiful, but I'm not saying that no matter what, it's just that kind of way where I understand that I'm never getting blind. I'm never getting blind because of brightness. But the thing is, I understand that no matter what, if I just go and do that, brush, it's much better. And I just go and realize always to keep my nice and beautiful phone screen around, let's say 40% brightness. And that way my eyes are nice and beautiful upon what's going on. Because otherwise the phones can get too much brightness. And you have to understand straight away to just promote yourself along the way. I mean, make sure you're branding yourself. I'm uploading my nice and beautiful images online as well. As I upload my images online, I'm doing greater and greater and greater to just focus upon something that's helping me grow. And no matter what I do, always is I'm learning much more out of favor with myself to succeed. So as I succeed, I understand other people are ready to just keep watching what I'm doing around music production, because they feel excitement in the air and they can feel straight away what I'm doing. So as I really coach myself upon what I'm doing, I'm understanding I have some great words of encouragement around people such as the Sansa brothers and other people. And I'm understanding anyway that what's important is understanding that since I understand Marlo is around town and Will Sparks, so probably these people have to see me around town. Whereas now Timmy Trumpet, I understand they're all aware of me eventually. But I'm understanding that no matter what, that it's much more how I feel that with Timmy Trumpet, I understand that he can see me through Sansa Brothers because they're talking about me. I see Marcus Santoro, actually he's aware about me through Sansa Brothers now as well. And I'm understanding anyway that I just go and grow myself, but whereas with Marlo, probably he still has to be aware of me. Probably now Will Sparks still has to be aware of me. But how do they become aware of me? I probably now have to be doing events around town. And then it just gets around. I mean, it gets around town that I am successful and I'm doing events around town, and eventually Armin van Buuren comes into my life. Because somebody like Marlo or somebody from behind the scenes just gives them a call and says, hey, I mean, this man over here is doing great. And that way I understand I straight away promote myself on his label, and I do greater and greater and greater. And either way, apparently Armin van Buuren gives many people opportunities to go into his label and to go and do whatever it is. So I'm always starting upon making sure that I can go and do as much content as possible now to just focus upon loving my life in different ways to make sure that no matter what, that I never wait for the application to respond. I make sure that no matter what, I'm always learning that I never want to wait for anything. I'm learning very quickly upon how fast I am about life. And as I'm fast about life, I'm making sure that I'm learning very quickly upon the art of persuasion, because that's how you grow.